In this video, which is another one of my introducing the Akaso Brave 7, we're going to look at the filter options which are built into the camera itself. I shall try each of these in turn, basically just watching me and you can see what happens. This is a bit of an experiment, so please bear with me if it looks a bit weird, but here we go. The black and white mode filter. I think it's pretty obvious what this is all about, so I don't really need to explain it a bit more. So just a demonstration of what the black and white filter looks like. The vivid filter, it's pretty obvious what this produces. You can see by the colour of my sweater. I'm not very sure of the point of this, but it seems to be a standard filter on many digital cameras. So the vivid look. This one is marked down as snow. I'm not particularly certain what it's to deal with. I suspect it's to do with glare. But personally, I think it looks quite nice, possibly under artificial light. I don't know. Could do with more investigation, not to be ignored. Anyhow, this is the snow filter. This is the retro look. I mean, it seems to sort of just give a red tinge over it. I'm not quite sure what's retro about a red tinge, unless it's meant to be old film. But anyhow, this is Akaso's interpretation of retro. This is a negative filter. The whole point of this, I have no idea, but it's there, so I've just given it a quick demonstration. This is the red filter, which obviously describes what it looks like. I don't know if there's any practical use for this, although there can be in use of infrared, but it's there, and I'll sort of demonstrate in the normal situation what it looks like. The blue filter. The nearest thing I can see this looks to is some old slide film that I had developed, and after about 10 or 20 years this gives a blue effect. It might have some benefits of filming something like a screen or a monitor, but it seems a bit more useful than the red, and it doesn't seem to be quite as dark. Anyhow, the blue filter. The last of the built-in filter effects is the green one, although it seems to be a bit of a yellowish green. Again, I'm not very sure what the practical applications of this are. Probably needs a bit more research. But anyhow, this is what the green effect looks like on the Akaso. Well, I hope the filters were of interest to you. I'm not particularly sort of wondering how useful some of them can be. The most interesting one to me was the snow one, because it sort of gave a nice sort of flatter look to the default. The vivid and that and the coloured ones were obviously the specialist ones. There is one actually I did forget to put up, which is the diving, but practically it just looks the same as a mixture between the red and the retro and the vivid. So it's once again, it's just a specialist filter. If you're using it for that sort of thing, which personally I won't be, I mean, obviously it's not a sort of thing you're going to worry about. I suspect what happens is there are chips available for digital cameras. The makers of digital cameras buy in the standard chips, so they end up with a few filters, such as the negative one, that they don't need. Unless, of course, somebody wants to use this camera for transferring from negatives to positive. It can be done. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that short video, and thanks for watching.